Oh boy, how do I even explain the past month? Hi, everybody. Welcome back for another monthly plan with me. We're going to get into November shortly, but I do need to explain what happened in October. It probably wasn't very noticeable on my channel or my Instagram because I'm not super active on Instagram anyway. But our lives kind of got turned upside down mid-October. So the month started off pretty normal. We had lots of plans this first weekend with our families, and we went to the pumpkin patch and all of that. And we were celebrating our 11 years together. And it just got to a point with our kitten where she was having a lot of issues. And she was mostly fine by this point, but she had one symptom in particular with her abdomen that we thought was just her getting fat or having a lot of gas or something. And my husband finally intervened and said, I think we really should take her to the vet. So he did that this day. And they did an x-ray and blood tests and urinalysis. The x-ray didn't show anything. They didn't get back to us about the blood work for like 5 days, which was really stressful. And then she turned 6 months over the weekend. And the vet called us and said we really needed to find someone to do an ultrasound because it showed her blood work was not showing good things. I'm not going to go into like all the specifics right now, but it was very scary. I spent basically these 2 whole days just crying and then trying to get work done in between. It was awful. They kept saying that they were going to call us with people who could do an ultrasound. I don't know why that took so long, but it did. It took like 2 whole days. And by the time they finally did get back to us, she was starting to get feverish and lethargic and really not looking good. So we took her to an emergency vet. We actually took her to 2 different hospitals. The first one, I'm not blaming them for this at all, but they were very busy. And so the receptionist was like calling around and found another place that we could go nearby. So we went over there. And our kitten ended up staying there overnight, which was very expensive, but she definitely needed to be stabilized. And so she got an IV fluid drip. I forget what else she got there. More blood work because at this point the original vet was closed. It was after office hours, so they just wanted to run their own tests. Blood work's so expensive with cats. I think they did another urinalysis. They did a test on some of the fluid in her belly. I was so scared this night because I really thought they were just going to tell us based on what the suspected diagnosis was. I thought they were just going to tell us that we were going to have to say goodbye to her, honestly. That's not what happened. They sent us home with a plan and with some things that we could help her along with. And then, so we got to bring her home. At least she was still eating. She had decreased appetite, but she hadn't stopped eating fully. So that was a really good sign. And once she got rehydrated, her fever went down and she could eat more and things like that. But this weekend was incredibly stressful because we were like, what are we going to do next? Because basically without any sort of treatment, it was just going to get worse and we were probably going to have to say goodbye to her. So what happened this day, early this week, is that I found a clinical trial that she could enroll in, or that I could enroll her in. She's not, she's not the one consenting to it. I am on behalf of her. But I emailed this vet in another state, and she called me the next morning and was like, yeah, if you can get here, she's probably a good candidate. And I was like, God bless you. It was, none of this feels real. It totally didn't feel real in the moment, but I booked a last minute trip to Colorado. I flew out there after work on Thursday because I didn't have Friday classes, and we got her started on treatment, and things definitely stabilized after that point. Our kitten's doing a lot better, and I'm still scared because my husband ended his job here in Southern California, and he has moved up north where we are planning to move really soon. I chose to stay down here for the semester to just finish out my semester, but I am gonna try and like get moved up there as soon as possible because it's really hard taking care of this kitten on my own. She has to get oral medication twice a day, and it is so much easier when you have a second set of hands to help you out. So I'm still really stressed out. We're like 8 or 9 days into treatment at this point, but it's like a 3-month process. So yeah, and we have to go back to Colorado at certain points to get her blood work done. Thankfully, because it's part of a research study, the grant funding is paying for all of her actual treatment, like all of her meds, all of the blood work, all the testing, all that stuff. But we do have to pay for our own costs for traveling there, right? So that's where we're at. Excuse me. Like my husband had this last week off and it flew by, which is good and bad because on the one hand, like the first full week of treatment flew by. On the other hand, like now I'm not totally on my own. He's going to come and visit every weekend, and like I have a neighbor who can help me out if it really gets bad. But yeah, hopefully I explained that clearly. It was just so scary, and it felt like out of the blue. Even though when we first got this kitten, she like was very underweight and dehydrated, and like there was suspected something going on, but the tests they ran at that time were negative, and there's no definitive test for what it's suspected that she has, basically. So one of the diagnostics is just starting them on treatment because the side effects aren't that risky, and if they respond to treatment, then that's probably what it is. So oh yeah, so that was October. I was in Colorado for less than 24 hours. I flew with a kitten, which is something I never thought I would do ever. And she hated flying. She absolutely hated it. But she loved staying in a hotel. She thought that was cool. So, oh, my life. And then my husband like drove up to NorCal this day to drop off some stuff at our new place. And then he came back this day and we like had a regular date night. We saw some friends and vented to them. And then we got to celebrate Halloween together. So that's like my first milestone with the kitten, is that we did get to celebrate Halloween with her. The next milestone is going to be like her 7 months old mark in mid-November. And then Thanksgiving will be the next milestone after that. And of course, every week that we progress with her treatment, like that's going to be a good milestone too. But yeah, I'm going to pause for a moment because I feel like I'm very tired after explaining that. These 2 weeks here, the last 2 weeks of October, just felt so long. Like they just felt like they dragged on forever. And it almost doesn't feel real that they even happened. But let's go ahead and turn to November. So I explained all that now just so the November monthly plan with me makes sense. I think originally I'm still not sure what we're doing for Thanksgiving other than a few days after we have to fly back to Colorado. She's home with me, by the way. I got to take her home. Like she doesn't have to stay in Colorado, thank goodness. It's very like outpatient, and that's its own kind of problem because I have to be the one to give her the treatment. Cats don't like taking pills, if you were not aware. So I get the pill in her eventually. It's just, luckily they gave me some extra to get me through the month because sometimes I lose the pills. They end up on the floor all in a puddle, and I can't put that in my cat, you know? But anyway, it's nice to get some of the details out of the way in this plan with me so that I don't have to explain everything when I get to the weekly plan with Maze. But yeah, this is what we're doing. So again, my monthly plan with Maze are the ones where I plan ahead. My weekly, I don't even call my weekly videos plan with Maze because I think it doesn't make sense as a title. That's just me. I do memory keeping in the weekly pages here. So I have so many, well, this is the last Plan With Me you saw, I filmed this like right before everything went to hell. This is like the last like fully normal video. And then I have stickers pulled for this one. I just have not filmed this yet. I switched the kit here from what I was originally using because we went to a show. This stayed the same. That's the base for that week. This stayed the same. This was the week from hell with the ER and everything. And then this is the week we spontaneously went to Colorado. So I switched this kit as well because it had a cat in it and I wanted a kitty cat kit. And then I think I've already got the base down for Halloween as well. So I've got so many bases down because I'm doing those off camera lately. But I have to film the actual weekly videos. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at November. I'm filming this on November 5th, so a bunch of this stuff has already happened. Sorry about that. This is, if it's not clear already, YouTube and Instagram, my planner social media is like so not my full-time job. I have a full-time job that, well, yeah, it's a full-time job that I have worked very hard to get to and that, you know, is my main focus. And then my family is basically on the same priority as that. And then everything else is after that. So if I don't post for a while or whatever happens with this channel, like it's just not something I'm prioritizing. Everything else comes first. So on November 1st, sorry, I didn't realize how hard it was going to be to film this. It's also super dry and hot here in beginning of November. It's not like super hot, but it's just dry. And so everything sucks. But anyway, I do want to mark that this is the day that our new lease starts. So, because my husband is starting his new job soon, so we had to find a place by right about now. So that's a really old house sticker. And then this is Clover the kitten's 4 months with us, so we're definitely going to mark that. Obviously, worst case scenario is that long term the treatment doesn't work. We're very hopeful that it will, but there's no guarantees. And so I'm just trying to cherish every moment we do have with her. She's sleeping right behind me. She has so much more energy. She's playing again. She's eating every meal, like gobbling food down. So she's back to her normal self for now. It's just, you got to keep up the treatment. Otherwise they'll relapse. And sometimes they relapse even with treatment. So that's stressful. But I am trying to just like cherish every moment we have with her. That's from Beneva Creations. So that's 4 months with her. We don't have anything to mark Thursday except for a video that I uploaded. I did upload a haul that I started before crisis mode happened and then finished like as the crisis was starting to be resolved. So at the end of that video, I think I was talking about how like we didn't know where things were going with some things. So sorry to be super vague there at the end of that haul, but it was unclear where we were going. So let me grab a YouTube sticker for that. Hold on. This is from a shop called Nicole's Plans. So we're just gonna put this right here so I don't have to write up against the coil. And then the third was one of my other brother's birthdays. I've got a lot of brothers, so if you're ever confused as to like, wait, I thought you already marked a birthday for your brother. I'm like, yeah, I've got a million of them. It's fine. So let's just use, which one of these match? Why am I so tired right now? Let's just use this. And then I do want to mark, so we started treatment on a Friday for the kitten, so I do want to mark like the milestones of each week, but I don't know if I want to do that right now. I don't think I have the stickers I need for that. Like I don't think I really have any pill stickers. I have vaccination stickers, I have 2 stickers. Yeah, so I do want to order from, I think, Itty Bitty Sticker Co. just to mark that, but we're gonna leave it blank for now. Saturday, my husband did leave for NorCal. His job does have him work in person like half the week, so he did need to go. So it kind of sucks, the timing of all this, but we will get through it. We always get through it, you know? It's just hard. So I'm just gonna use this because I don't think I have anything else to mark this day. No, I didn't do anything. So I'll just use that to mark my husband driving up north. And then today's the 5th, nothing's going on. And then this is the day that my husband starts his new job, which is a great new opportunity. And it was exciting when we first started planning. Excuse me. It's just hard right now with everything going on. So I think I'm just going to use this. This is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And I don't think I'm doing anything else this day. So I'm just going to put that in the center. Right there. The greens don't totally match my washi, but I just cannot even be bothered to care, y'all. I just can't. Anyway, oh God, that came out more desperate than I meant. I'm sorry. This Friday, though, I know my husband has the day off, though, because he does work in the public sector. He works for a government agency, so... God, that just reminded me of this stupid game my brother and I made up as kids. I have no day off scripts, so that's fine. That we called government agency. I don't really know what it was. We pretended to be secret agents and ran around, and we were so weird as kids. Anyway, but it makes for good stories later in life, you know? Like, I can't wait one day to tell my brother's kids how weird he was, but also how weird I am. So I'm just going to use this for the day off. He, I think, is going to drive up that day to be with us. And then I think my sisters are supposed to come visit, although that could always change. You never know. I think I'm just going to put like a heart sticker in. And then whoever comes to visit me, whoever it is, whether it's my husband or my sisters or both, you know, I'll have a heart in place for it. So which heart am I going to use, though? Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have filmed this right now. But I really wanted to film just to, like, get some things off my chest and get this laid out in my planner, you know? The 14th will be 10 months married for us, and then it's Clover's 7 months. So, let's see if we have... I do have a 10-month script, but I don't think I want to use it here. I'm just going to use one of these. I think that's the same size as the one I used last month, right? Yeah. 10 months since we've been married. And then we need another Clover sticker. That's from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. I keep forgetting to mention things. Sorry. She's getting big, but she's still so small. She's a small girl. I don't know if that's because of the disease she has or she's just a small girl, but yeah. And then it's 6 months till my birthday that day, but who cares? On the 16th, I believe the 6th and last season of The Crown comes out. Do I want to mark that? Do I care? No, I don't think it's that important. I probably won't even watch it that day anyway. That's fine. Oh, and then fall recess happens. Oh, we love it. We love that. So I get a week off of classes. I will definitely be catching up on grading that week though, because let's be honest, I don't know if I actually am behind or if I just feel behind, but either way, it's not a great feeling. So I feel like I'm definitely gonna need fall break to do some catching up or getting ahead or whatever. And my husband's not gonna come down here. He's not gonna be able to come down here until Thanksgiving Day. So I have no excuse but to keep working. So that's from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. I have a therapy appointment this day. Can I just say thank you past me for signing up for therapy back in September, because with all of this other stuff going on, it's been really helpful to talk to somebody. Oh my God, what is my life right now? I'm not gonna mark that here. I'll just mark it in the weekly view though, because it might get moved too. She might have an opening for me this week. It's just this is the soonest she can guarantee. And then this is Thanksgiving, which probably will be spending it here, I think. I'm pretty sure. My husband booked a flight to come down here so that he could fly with me to Colorado the next time we have to do that. So yeah, that's the plan. So I have this pumpkin pie molly from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. to mark, what am I marking? Thanksgiving Day. And then let me grab some travel stickers. All right, these all are from Michaels. Sorry, every time I try to talk lately, dry, stupid air gets to me. So this will be for my husband's flight here. And then hopefully he gets to stay that day. And then on Sunday, we're gonna fly to Colorado. And put this over here. And then Clover has her appointment the morning of this day, so that's a paw print from the same book. And then we fly home this day, and my husband flies back to Sacramento. Okay. Do I want to change this to something else? No, I think that's good enough. And then on the 29th, I have my COVID booster. Because for some reason, this is the soonest I could get it. I think now that the actual pandemic emergency is over, I don't know, I put quotes around over. The official pandemic is declared over. So now it's like there's not as much funding for the COVID shots, is what I'm understanding. The Santa Rosa Press-Democrat here in California, it's a newspaper up north, did a really in-depth article about the problem, which is basically that now that it's not considered an emergency anymore, like there's not as much money earmarked for making sure people can get their boosters. So I scheduled this a long time ago, like in October, like early October. This is the soonest appointment I could get. Not great timing either, because this is like, I have this class, and this semester is over. So if I get knocked out, this day is going to be really hard, but we're just going to have to deal and see what happens, because I do need to get my COVID booster because I work at a university and people are sick like all the time. Okay. Sorry that this has been like all over the place. That's everything that I know so far for November. Hopefully everything goes to plan. I do want to see if I have some stickers for this, although that involves like digging through my whole closet to pull out some stickers. So I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. That's fine, right? Please tell me it's okay. I'm going to write everything in and then we'll say goodbye. How about that? All right, I think that's as good as it's gonna get for a November monthly plan with me. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but that's just my life right now. I would appreciate any healing prayers or just healing thoughts towards our little kitten. She's full of feist. Like, she's a feisty one, but she's a good little kitten. She's very innocent and sweet. And I was telling my husband, I'm like, this is just one of those like tests of like, did you think the world was fair? Because it's not. She doesn't deserve this. She doesn't deserve to be going through all of this. But wish us luck with dealing with all of that. And hopefully by the time I talk to you in December, I have a little bit more of a grasp on things. And I hope we keep making progress. So thank you so much for watching this mess of a video, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.